Hey, what's up everybody? How are you doing? I hope you're doing good, and in this video we're going to talk about how you can use the Google App script to automate sending of the fee receipt to students via email. So let's take a scenario where you need to send, there are 50 students and you need to send the fee receipt to via email through each student. So what is the traditional way of doing it is nothing but you have the list of the students, the name and the email database, and you have one template in which you need to, there are some dynamic values. I mean, you need to obviously change the date, the fees receipt number and the name of the students, then save that template, convert it into the PDF, and kind of mail it via their email ID. But what we did is that we kind of developed a Google App script. Now first of all, what is a Google App script? So just like Microsoft Excel has its own language, we call it as a Visual Basic or a VBA, Google Sheets has its own language called as Google App script. Now the reason why we choose Google App script over VBA is because our existing files, our existing environment is on the Google Workspace. So we kind of develop or maintain our documents on the Google Workspace, and all the files are in the Google Sheets rather than the Microsoft Excel. So we thought that let's go for the Google App script, right? And usually in a usual scenario for 50 students, if you want to do this activity, it will take not less than 15 minutes. It will obviously going to take more than like 20 to 25 minutes or maybe half an hour. But through this app script, you can deploy this, and I think so less than 1 minute it will be completed, right? So what I'm going to do is that I will just show you the existing environment, what are the existing files. So I'm just going to my Google Workspace. You can see here, these are the two sheets which we are going to work. Then this is the app script and this is the Google Drive. So let's say this is the database. So basically for the test or sample run basis, I'm choosing only 10 students. So serial number the 10, the name of the student, the email ID of the student, the month for which you're going to send this fees receipts, and the fees receipt number is generated by the simple formula. And there is one more field called as an email sent. So as soon as the app script has been run, it will type yes, so that you will get an idea that out of 50 or 100 how many emails have been sent to which kind of students. Okay, so there is one more folder. So this is the folder which we are going to use. So I will just explain you how the app script is going to work. There is this template, as I mentioned earlier. In this template there are only 3 things which needs to be changed or which are dynamic in nature. First one is obviously the fee receipt number. Now this fee receipt number is tracked from here, so the Google App script will take the fees receipt number from this. The date is nothing but the date on which that code has been deployed, so it will print that date here, and the name of the students will be taken from this. So what it is doing is nothing but, first of all, it is going to this template, printing or taking or capturing the dynamic values into this, then flushing by mean is that making sure that the changes done are printed in this Google worksheet, and then converting this into the PDF and storing it here. And once it has been done, it is mailing out to the appropriate email ID, and that email ID is present in this database. Now this activity or this chain or activity has been done for one student, it will loop out to other students as well. So to demonstrate you, what we will be doing is that we will make sure that these are 10 students. Okay, yeah. Now this is the app script. I will just show you. So this is the app script which has been developed with the help of the Google App script. There are 2 things that needs to be changed here. First one is the folder ID. So how you can get the folder ID? Basically nothing but if you create a folder, let's say these are the folders. So as you can see, we started in October, so all October, November, December, January, February fees receipts in PDF format are stored here. So we will just create a sample test folder, and then once you click on this, you need to go to the URL, and the ID is nothing but whatever the written after the last slash. So this is the ID. I will just copy this ID and I need to paste that here in the app script. You can see here the folder ID is mentioned here, so I will just paste that here. So this is the way by which you are telling the Google App script to save all the PDFs in this folder, right? This is the one input you need to give. The second input you need to give is nothing but the source of the data frame. So ideally, if you see, my data frame starts from the A1 and comes at the end of F11, but if we see, the first row is irrelevant, it's just the header. So I will start my data frame from A2 to F11. So I will go to the app script and it's already there that A2 to F11. So these 2 things, one is the folder ID and second one is the data frame source. These are the dynamic values that you may need to change before running this app script, because it might be possible that as on date there are 50 students, tomorrow it will be 55, tomorrow it will be 100, right? So obviously your data frame source is going to change, so that change you need to be reflected in app script. Second thing is that obviously you want to maintain it in a month wise. You don't want to dump all the PDFs into one folder, so you need to create multiple folders for each of the month, and since the multiple folders are created, the ID will not going to remain same, it will going to be changed. So that folder ID you need to make sure that it is reflected correctly here, right? Once it is done, I will just press the Ctrl S, right? And once it has been done, run button. So once I click on this run button, you will see the execution will be getting started, and I will just go to this sheet, and you can see there the yes is printed, so that you can see that for first and second students the PDF has been converted automatically and it has been made automatically, right? I will also go through the email ID. So this is the email ID, and if I refresh it here and I will go to the sent items, you will see ideally there will be sent items to this email ID, D'Souza1234@gmail. So there are almost, like you can see, right, this is the 0 minutes ago, so that means these are all the emails which has been going through to this ID. So it has been done, so you can see yes is printed to all students, and if you go to the Google Apps Script, you can see the execution is completed. And obviously if you refresh this, you will see the 10 emails which has been gone. So as you can see, the 10 emails has been gone. So these are the 10 emails which has been gone to each of the students. And if I click on any or one of the receipt, so this is the receipt. So it's kind of very similar to this template. The only three things which has been changed is nothing but, as you can see, is one is the receipt number, the date, today is the date of 25th Feb, so it has taken this date, and obviously the name of the student. So this was for student number 9, so it has taken from it. So this kind of is very much helpful and very time efficient, because sending out this to, imagine sending out this to, let's say 100 or 150 email IDs, so most it will take manually to more than, let's say, half an hour, and with the help of this script you can do the same thing within less than a minute. So I thought let's share this kind of project, anyone can take the help of it. So what I'm going to do is nothing but I will just give you this extract of this code. You need to make a lot of changes, because you need to kind of maintain a exact environment like the sheets and the templates, that then only this code is going to be getting run. But obviously yes, you can modify it, and then you can adjust your environment, and based on it you can also to give you a hint that you can use a ChatGPT, because initially when I started to go through the app script, I was not well aware of. I came from the VBA background, so learning app script with the help of the ChatGPT is much faster than the traditional way. So in the ChatGPT, as you know, the better the prompt, the better is the output. So this kind of app script is yes generated by the ChatGPT, but you are not getting this kind of app script in one way. You need to ask a lot of questions, like 25 to 30 questions, and you need to optimize that script. You need to tell the ChatGPT after running each of the script what are the issues, then only maybe it can give you a perfect script, and then that script is nothing but the one you need to deploy and check, right? So I think so that's it for the video. If you like this video, please make sure to like this video. If you have any queries, do let me know in the comment section, so I will try to answer all of them. So yeah, thank you so much for this video, and bye bye.